Before we start, I would want you to hit that red subscribe button so you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Screen Cinema. Here are 10 times when 90 Day Fiance couples went too far. Number 1, Anfisa and Jorge. Jorge and Anfisa will go down as one of the most troubling relationships in the show's history. Jorge from California and Anfisa from Russia didn't seem like a likely pair, but the two are still together even though Jorge will be serving a prison sentence for possession of hundreds of pounds of marijuana. Anfisa would scream at Jorge and kick him out of his apartment. But the thing is, it was hard to feel sorry for Jorge because he was a dishonest and a jerk. What's the old saying about misery loving company? The worst part though was that I feel like everybody has seen couples like this. Couples that bicker and fight right in front of you and don't even care that you're watching. Their relationship was a reminder that some couples unfortunately thrive on combat.
Really? Are you kidding me? You kicked me out. I spent the night in the garage.
So?
Number 2, Emily and Sasha. A fairly recent couple, what makes them so cringeworthy is the tension between Sasha and Emily's sister Betsy. You see, Sasha has had children with 2 other women before meeting Emily, and with Emily this is baby number 3. Emily will also be Sasha's 3rd wife, but Betsy is wary of a man who gets women pregnant before he marries them, seeing it as a pattern. Also, since Sasha is a total health nut, he even slightly body shames Betsy at times, as evidenced by the whole cereal incident. And while wedding dress shopping, Betsy even commented on how Emily's dress was right, but she wondered aloud whether Emily had the right groom. Ouch.
We're getting ready to go and meet Sasha's first ex-wife, Masha, but this is really lousy timing because I'm 9 months pregnant and the baby could basically come at any minute.
Number 3, Mark and Nikki. Their age difference is likely the thing that people will remember most when it comes to Mark and Nikki. There was almost a 40-year age gap between Nikki from the Philippines and Mark from Maryland. Viewing them together was like watching a gender swap version of Harold and Maude. Plus, they were on totally different wavelengths. Mark, who had become a single parent at a young age, didn't want to have any more kids, and Nikki, at a meager 19 at the time, said she might want to have kids because of course she would. She was only 19. But the most cringe-inducing part of this couple was that Mark's daughter was actually older than Nikki, and she was debating whether or not she could call a younger woman mom or not. That's on a whole new level and only 90 Day Fiance could provide, but apparently they're still together, so maybe they managed to make it all work.
But the last time we talked, we still feel uncomfortable, awkward.
You have to figure out what you have in common.
I'm somewhat Filipino. There we go.
Number 4, Nicole and Azan. A lot of the potential problems that might occur on 90 Day Fiance are from cultural differences. And that couldn't be more of a case than with Nicole from Florida and Azan from Morocco. You see, Azan is Muslim, and in his native country it is forbidden to hug and kiss in public. But does Nicole care? No, not really. In fact, no, not at all. What made this truly uncomfortable to watch was when Azan admitted while sitting right next to Nicole that he was only about 55% attracted to her, which is, of course, a great foundation to build any relationship on. But they're apparently still together, so maybe their relationship just appears to be rocky on the show, and perhaps they're actually happy in real life. Who's to say?
Today, Azan's taking me to the market in Marrakesh, and technically we're not supposed to hug or kiss in public, but that's going to be really hard for me.
Number 5, Kalani and Azuelu. Kalani, who hails from California, and Azuelu, who hails from Samoa, dressed up as Mona and Maui for Halloween, so they can't be all bad. Maybe it was Azuelu's comment that only slut people wear condoms, or perhaps it was his traditional dance at the airport that seemed to embarrass Kalani in the process. Or maybe it was when Kalani yelled at Azuelu for taking the baby out of the car seat, and then he got all huffy about it. But the incident that was probably the most bizarre and cringeworthy was when Azuelu, angered by another couple, began slapping himself on the head and barking. It's going to be okay, Azuelu, calm down. Number 6, Angela and Michael. This is like Mark and Nikki part 2, but reversed. Angela from Georgia and Michael from Nigeria can't even seem to get their visa process off the ground, so they haven't even started the 90 days in America yet. And while the age gap isn't quite as wide as Mark and Nikki's was, Michael is 31 and Angela is 53, it's when Michael starts getting into how he wants to have children with Angela that the chills start running up and down the spine. What makes Michael and Angela so difficult to watch, though, is all the foreplay stuff. I don't know about you, but it's very uncomfortable for me to watch a 53-year-old grandmother licking body paint off a 31-year-old man. I know love is love, but there are some things I wish I could unsee. Number 7, Chantel and Pedro. A couple so reality TV that TLC even gave them their own spin-off show like they did with Honey Boo Boo, Chantel from Atlanta and Pedro from Santo Domingo, were mostly cringy because of their families, especially Chantel's brother River, who even got into a fistfight with Pedro. And while the veneer of reality is often ridiculously slim when it comes to 90 Day Fiancé, Pedro and Chantel's relationship seemed especially staged. Number 8, Ashley and Jay. Jay from Jamaica and Ashley from Pennsylvania are now getting a divorce, which seemed like an obvious conclusion if you watched the show, but it didn't seem so obvious to Ashley, which was why it was painful to watch them. All of Ashley's friends thought that Jay was a cheater, and Ashley had to find out for herself the hard way. It wasn't just the fact that Jay was a cheater, though, that made the couple so hard to watch. It was the fact that Jay was also so smarmy. It was easy to see that he just wanted the US citizenship and couldn't care less for Ashley. Number 9, Colt and Larissa. I don't want to go so far as to say that Cole had an Oedipal complex with his mother, but yeah, that relationship with his mother was really awkward to watch. Colt from Las Vegas and Larissa from Brazil were a super weird couple. For one, Larissa would explode with anger sometimes, and Colt would just sit there, smiling awkwardly. While other times, Colt would show no emotions whatsoever, even when people were arguing right in front of him. Larissa was just the worst, totally full of herself. Number 10, Daniela Mohammed. Where do I begin? First, from the very second you could tell that Mohammed from Tunisia didn't love or even remotely like Danielle from Ohio. Anybody with eyes could see that when they met at the airport and Danielle was crying her eyes out for Mohammed, and he just gave her a brotherly hug, that he didn't care one iota for her. But their relationship is best defined by key scenes, like when he found out that she was really dead broke, or worst of all, when he said he wouldn't have sex with Danielle because she smells. Oh my god. Just every single moment of watching Danielle and Mohammed made my face hurt. I was cringing so hard. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.